Philosophy, in its simplest form, is the love of wisdom. It is a quest for understanding the fundamental truths about ourselves and the universe we inhabit. From the ancient Greeks, we inherited this thirst for knowledge, a desire to move beyond myths and embrace reason. Early philosophers like Thales and Anaximander focused on the natural world, seeking to understand the cosmos through observation and logical reasoning. This marked the beginning of natural philosophy, the precursor to modern science. The Socratic philosophers, particularly Socrates and Plato, shifted the focus from the cosmos to human nature and morality. They grappled with questions of virtue, justice, and the good life. This emphasis on ethics became central to Western thought. Among the various schools of thought that emerged from this fertile period, Stoicism stands out for its enduring impact. Founded by Zeno of Citium, Stoicism offered a comprehensive view of the universe and humanity's place within it. The Stoics believed in a rational and deterministic cosmos, governed by a divine logos, a principle of reason permeating all things. This belief system had profound implications for their ethical framework. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, duty, and acceptance of fate, resonated with many in the Roman world. However, the rise of Christianity brought about a seismic shift in Western thought. Christianity, with its emphasis on faith, revelation, and the promise of salvation, offered a radically different worldview. Greek philosophy, while not entirely extinguished, was gradually eclipsed by this new theological framework. Theological debates dominated intellectual life during the Middle Ages. Thinkers like Augustine of Hippo sought to reconcile faith and reason, integrating elements of Greek philosophy into Christian theology. Augustine's writings, particularly his Confessions and City of God, became cornerstones of Christian thought. They shaped the medieval worldview, influencing everything from ethics and politics to art and literature. Theological interpretations of Aristotle's works, particularly his Logic and Metaphysics, became central to scholasticism, the dominant philosophical approach in medieval universities. Thomas Aquinas, a key figure in this movement, sought to synthesize Aristotelian philosophy with Christian doctrine. His Summa Theologica stands as a monumental attempt to create a comprehensive theological and philosophical system. The Renaissance, with its rediscovery of classical texts and emphasis on humanism, marked a turning point in Western thought. The scientific revolution, however, shattered the medieval worldview, paving the way for modern philosophy. Copernicus's heliocentric model challenged the geocentric view of the universe, displacing humanity from its perceived central position. Galileo Galilei, through his astronomical observations and experiments, further undermined the Aristotelian Ptolemaic cosmology that had dominated Western thought for centuries. His work, along with that of Johannes Kepler, laid the foundations for a new mechanistic understanding of the universe. This shift from a geocentric to a heliocentric perspective had profound implications for both science and philosophy. René Descartes, a key figure in the scientific revolution, sought to establish a new foundation for knowledge based on reason and doubt. His famous dictum cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am, emphasized the primacy of the thinking subject. Descartes' philosophy, known as Cartesian dualism, separated mind and body, paving the way for modern subjective philosophy. The Enlightenment, building upon the foundations laid by the scientific revolution, championed reason, individual liberty, and progress. John Locke, in his two treatises of government, argued for natural rights, including the right to life, liberty, and property. These ideas had a profound influence on the American and French revolutions, shaping the course of Western political thought. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, another influential Enlightenment thinker, explored the concepts of social contract and the general will. His work, particularly The Social Contract, examined the relationship between the individual and society, influencing both political and social philosophy. Immanuel Kant, a towering figure of the Enlightenment, sought to reconcile empiricism and rationalism, experience and reason. His critique of pure reason explored the limits and possibilities of human knowledge. Kant's ethical philosophy, grounded in the categorical imperative, emphasized universal moral principles and the inherent dignity of every human being. This emphasis on human reason and autonomy became central to modern humanism. Friedrich Nietzsche, a late 19th century philosopher, challenged the foundations of traditional morality and religion. His critique of Christianity, particularly its emphasis on compassion and self-sacrifice, questioned the values at the heart of Western civilization. Nietzsche's concept of the will to power as the driving force of human nature, while often misinterpreted, has had a lasting impact on existentialism and postmodern thought. Contemporary humanism, informed by the Enlightenment but also grappling with the challenges posed by thinkers like Nietzsche, continues to grapple with questions of meaning, ethics, and the human condition in a world increasingly shaped by science, technology, and globalization.